Hit that button.
In the booth like I smoke weed, still I don't smoke weed no more though. I had to get that shit up, man. Like I sip drink, I don't sip drink no more, man. I get that shit up, man. Shit real, man. I had to get that shit up. Sounds going through my head on the so much going through my head, don't know just what I'm on. I'm sleeping in the car, I'm hardly ever home. I'm picking up my phone, I'm picking up my phone. I can't miss a sip, I can't miss no money, man, I'm gone. She think I'm cheating on, but that ain't what I'm on. I'm racing to that paper, gotta get my own. Only been home for 2 months, why they asking for loans? Steady throwing up the 6, how much I missed the song. STL, that's my home, I don't know what's wrong. The city up in flames, they steady throwing stones. Can't even chill at home, can't even be at home. I was on that one way in that car, they tried to get me gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. So much smoke off in the air, feel like I'm around Cheech and Chong. I be out the ways, he catching plays, I stay off in the zone. My geek told me meet him by mailbox, I'm dropping off a load. When we speak, I don't say too much, we just talking cold. Something like a point guard, pull up, I just give and go. I don't need you with my dough, hundo, I'ma with my own. I know they don't fuck with me, you know I'ma set the tone. Pull up to your block and set up shop, you know I get it gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people people around you, they wanna see
we
you
on
gone.
today?
Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you home. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you home. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you home. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone.
Man, salute. Salute everybody in the building. Dickie Foster in the building. LD. SK. 8252. What up? Lamont Grant in the building. Salute. Cracking is cracking. You know what it is. Let me roll up. I got to get up before my Chief game. My Chief game's coming on. You know, we don't be playing when it comes to my Chiefs, man. We 6-6. The lower half of the division, it's a grind up to the top. You feel me? That's what it's gonna be. That's how we gotta get it. Burning Star, what up? Mike Dan, Cortland Ross. What's up with my guys? What's going on? What we doing? I dropped off some mags yesterday. That post office. She said it's a little longer than expected. Delays. I guess they cranking up. It might be cranking up for this Christmas time. These holidays is kicking in. All of that good stuff. Going in, Make sure you get that APBT Magazine poster. You'll be able to order it this week. You can have it before Christmas time. We getting it in, man. Getting it in. Today, let's see. Walk 'em down. What up, Walk 'em down? Salute to you, brother. You know how we do. We up in here. JFDX 5XL. Jeff D 5XL. Man, you guys got all these damn names, man. I can't keep up. Brothers. You dig? But I know the usual suspects is in here. Look. Look at why everybody look, man. Dudes be hitting me up, like I know. Man, look, bro. All I could do is keep the integrity. I tell you guys about this integrity of these pedigrees, man. You got to be careful out here, man. You got to be careful. We talk about the grifters and we laugh about things and, but I think faking paperwork is it's a very serious offense. We looking at, your credibility, what they say, your word is all you got. All you got is your balls and your word. How many of you heard that before? For anybody else that tries to swindle, do the swindle move and try to swindle it in, try to swindle some paperwork in, for the financial purposes. Your dogs are supposed to stand out for the true creation of them. And if you got to falsify some paperwork, you shouldn't have bred it. You shouldn't have bred that shit. No way. That's how I look at it. Because we got the choice to breed whatever we want. And if you got to falsify some paperwork, you might as well not even show your paperwork. Don't show nobody. Go in your cubby hole, work on your sauce. That's what I know a lot of people used to do, man. They used to go in their little cubby hole, get their so-called brood dog or something, go get this dog over here. And, they ain't really talk much about it, but they ended up getting some offspring off that dog. And they went in their bag and got in their bag, man, instead of just getting out here jelly dicking around. You feel me? Marcel, what up, man? Man, you know how it go. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change, bro. As long as we stay elite and we got these bottom feeders out here, man, they're gonna be trying to attack our heels, man. Let's talk about integrity, man. Let's talk a little bit about integrity. I guess this isn't so common. We always say common sense and, we say all of this stuff, but some of this stuff ain't so common. No, people just don't have it. People don't have no integrity. They don't understand. Everybody wants to look at it a different way, but they're not looking at the long-term effect that the lack of integrity has on programs. This is the thing we gotta say, man. This is the thing we gotta say, because we're just looking at it as, oh, you falsified the paperwork and blah, blah, blah. It just goes away. Yeah, we busted you. We know you're a piece of shit. But it's a domino effect that happens. Now there's a lot of dogs out here that don't know their true lineage. And if you don't know the true lineage, you don't know where to go. You don't know what to fix. You're making uninformed decisions about your blood when you should be making the proper decision about how to breed this dog. Right? We know by breeding, by networking, by talking to this guy over here, knowing his experience with the dogs, that certain bloodlines, they either click or they don't click, right? And we're not talking about certain magnitudes. We're talking about just small aspects. And that's simply skin irritations and different things. Like, no matter how good you want your dogs, you still want them to be sound animals. I think a very sound animal that doesn't have to deal with a lot of the ailments and stuff, I think he's got a far better chance of excelling at whatever the task is. Pedigree integrity is the foundation of the breed, right? This is why we talk about those dogs way back in the day and everything. And we can all say that, oh yeah, they did it back in the day, and those people did it back in the day, and the performance side of it, we can talk about all of that. But you don't have to tell people how your dogs are bred to keep the integrity of the pedigree, right? I can get on here and we could talk all day, and I don't never have to tell you how my dogs are ever bred. We can still have great dog conversations, right? So I think that's a bunch of bull. I think that people do that because they see that somebody wants something more than, or they're just trying to keep their line pure. So they're trying to steer people in the wrong direction. You're backdoor and going to get some of this blood, and you want to put the blue magic on it, act like it's your blood. That's what I see. And when the integrity's all fucked up, there's really no coming back from that, right? Everything begins with an honest pedigree. Lineage, traits, talent, temperament, right? You look at a good, honest pedigree, and you not all the time, but you can sometimes figure out what that dog is just based on his pedigree. You know, I mean, if he's good, then he'll be good XYZ, you know. Of course, you know, you get bad dogs in every type of pedigree, right? But if we can't even keep it real because we want to bring YouTube in here, YouTube don't have anything to do with the dog game. That's what I tell people all the time. And there's far more people faking papers out here. Let me put that out there. It's cool to have integrity in your pedigree. A long line of good dogs. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That sizzles on the screen, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having your dog bred like this and then breed off of him. If you see a dog's pedigree that you really like, breed off of him. You don't have to falsify documents in order to get some type of kudos out here. Right? It doesn't make sense. Raleigh boy, what up, brother? We in here. We in here. Salute all the brothers in the building. Salute everybody, man. This one's about integrity. This one's about integrity. Integrity. Or the lack of. You know, these pedigrees, you know, we depend on these pedigrees. That's how you make your informed decisions. If you're a breeder, you know, this is a decision you got to make. Some people let other people make those decisions. I trust you to make those decisions. I trust you to keep cooking like you've been doing and produce me good dogs. That way, every time I come, I can count on getting a good bred dog, or I have a good chance of having some good genetics because I know that's what you do. You focus on that. Black Rock Mountain, what up, brother? Well, shit. I think it's both fuck. Well, let me quit. Because I guess the registration is not what I'm really talking about. I'm talking about trying to change the identity of the pedigree of the dog. I think that's the one, that's the one. And we could say way back in the day, we can talk about it. Way back in the day, they had this, they had that. Those dogs was bred like this. Honey Bunch was bred like this. They found Red Boy on the side of the road. We could talk about all of this, but you can't just make excuses for the past to try to fix your untrustworthy ways. You can't do that. You can't. You got to keep it real. When it's false, the entire bloodline is compromised for generations. When you lie on a pedigree, that entire bloodline is compromised. Okay? I'm just saying. You guys ain't got to listen. You guys ain't got to listen. I'm just saying. What if you got too much of this or too much of that? Right? What if we just want to be in an honest society or an honest fraternity where we can trust that they say it's the man behind the dog. So what is that? A guy that falsifies paperwork. What is he? Is he a good man? Is that the good man behind the dogs you're talking about? Yeah, we can go there. We can go there. We could definitely go there. Bloodthirst, what up, brother? We in here. Just going up real quick before my Chief game. You know, they trying to knock us out the playoffs. It ain't the first time they tried to knock us out of something. You dig? We just got to fight it out. That's it. Smash that like button, y'all. We've been getting it in, man. There's been a lot going on. There's been some real entertainment going on. If you guys ain't checked out some of the latest streams, go check them out. Grab that magazine. That magazine is for you. It's ready for you. You know? I promise you. Got more ventures coming up. We got more things popping up, man. We're trying to do more. This week, I'm going to be branching out, reaching out. Going to be a lot going on. Better in this breed, you know, cleaning up this image. We got a lot of work to do. We picked a dirty job. No matter what, people are still going to put these dogs in a fucked up light. It don't matter. Every time you look around, you're going to see something that, you know, shouldn't be posted on the internet. And it's on there. So our work's cut out. Our work is cut out. And it starts by loving the dogs, loving the way your dog is bred, loving the way your blood has stood the test of time. You can't have every man's pedigree. Every man's pedigree is not going to be your pedigree. Sometimes it takes time and patience for you to see that thing jump, man. See it come true. You know, you got to walk it down like Ram. See it through. Make sure it happens. Clip behind enemy lines. Red Bobby, what up? Salute everybody, man. Look. The pedigree, and I understand. I stand on my swivel. You know, when we talk about, yeah, the pedigree ain't everything. Yeah, we can have those discussions, but what do you want? The last message, what, you know, do you want untrustworthy people holding the keys to the city and shit when you're gone? You're gonna give this shit up. What are you gonna tell them? To just fake papers, nobody's gonna find out? Or what are you gonna tell them? What message can we leave them when it comes to this subject? When it comes to integrity, right? Doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Right? Not always looking for brownie points for everything. We see this other pet. Future stud alert. Future stud alert. The camp told me this one's looking real good right here. This one right here is looking real good. Got some of that sauce, you know, that got some of that good old sauce in there, man. Some of that good sauce, you know, different consistency. Little different consistency. You get the same sauce, but you know, it'll be a little switched up, a little different. You see that Michael Myers in there, you got to have that in there. That microwave, all the, you know what I'm saying, all the bells and whistles. Neighborhood Nipsey, that's one of my sons right there. Neighborhood Nipsey, Baby Osiris, you know, it was a few of them now, you know, they was like, man, you know. And then I told you that Singing Bullet, Michael Myers, that was one of my favorite breedings I did. So what would be better than to have the Alpo back? You know, like that bitch is pretty much bred like Singing Bullet, pretty much, you know. If you look at the pedigrees, that Miss Blanco Jr. bitch, direct daughter of Alpo, she's bred just like Singing Bullet. You know, so you're throwing that, some of that good strain, you're throwing that back with some of the, you know, you're just pushing it back up to the front. Some dogs getting that consistency right? You're not trying to do something else. You're not trying to do too much. You're not, you know, you're gonna take this bitch, you're gonna take this male to a daughter of Michael Myers, right? Just to keep that going. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Daughter of Michael Myers, super close up. We brought the Alpo back up. Let's bring the Michael Myers all the way back up, though, right? Put that shit all the way back up. See how it fares out. See how it blends in, right? You know, but new stud alert. You know, he'll be making his rounds. You're gonna be making some rounds. You dig? Let me see. Let me see this joint. Smash that like button. Let's get it in. Chiefs ain't on yet. My Chiefs ain't on yet. Big Iceman. Let me get Iceman up here, man. He been wanting to come play with y'all. In case you guys forgot. You know. And them ain't no puppies. You know, them ain't no puppies, them dogs. When they're gone, you carry the torch, man. You don't cheat. Cheating is not an option when you're breeding dogs. You don't lie and say Iceman's still alive when he's gone, man. You don't do stuff like that. That messes up the integrity. It really does. You know, you won't know it until you really know it. Eddie Carson, what up, brother? We in here. Let me see Iceman. This an old joint. Old joint. He was, he was shaped pretty good. He was shaped up pretty good. I heard somebody talking about that how your dog is supposed to act when it goes to dog shows and stuff like that. Like, that's a real big thing. It's a real big thing. No matter what you're doing with your dogs, you want them to act the part. Okay. That's my stance on that. And I know I'll definitely ref a dog show. It's on my bucket list. I'm gonna ref one day. And I guarantee you, if your dog is not acting the part, if he's not aggressive, if he's not interested in, you know, yeah, that part. If he's not interested, that's a bad sign to me, right? That's a bad sign when we're in the show ring because he's not flexing. He's not, you don't have to be going ape shit, but I expect you, you know, to act a certain way when you're in the show ring and other dogs are lunging at you and you're just sitting there. Hey Q. No, that's a there's a reason why some bloodlines I don't deal with at all because it's very easy to go down those rabbit holes with dogs like that. Yeah, they might have the best diamond in the rough though. Like that bloodline might have the best diamonds in the rough. But it sure does have more dogs that don't show those traits though, that pop up a lot. And we're breeding them. We're breeding them thinking that that trait's gonna go somewhere. Yeah, it could kick off and you could get you a nice puppy. 9 times out of 10, you might breed the dog and find you a couple pups in there that can actually go to a show ring, right? And if you do, and if they turn out really good, that's something that you need to be writing down and observing. That's for you though, you know. But if those dogs start popping back up to where you start getting multiple dogs that's gonna grow up and be like that, shy, scared out of their mind, never have aggression on their mind at all. They're too busy stuck in their own head, you know, right up. So no, if I'm at the show, your dog's not doing what he's supposed to do, looking like okay, yeah, he okay. Then no, we're not gonna that's gonna be one I didn't do. And I saw some judges that favor the more calm dog, the dog that's kind of calm and collected. It works both ways. Works both ways. Yeah, exactly. The dogs that never, yeah. The ones that you leave in the yard and they never really go out, they have a harder time adjusting to the atmosphere and everything, you know, that what's going on. No matter how good they are, I'm telling you, they could be a great dog. And once they come around, they tend to be great dogs, but you still got that fear factor that dog's not going to be acclimated fast enough before that owner or you know the person that invested in that dog starts to feel some type of way, bro. If you're a breeder, I can't afford that. I can't afford to have a bunch of dogs that take 6 weeks and shit to get used to you and shit. You know, that you know, oh yeah, give them a month, give them 2 months. You'll come around. Yeah, nah, you can't afford that. You definitely don't want to keep a whole bunch of them, and you definitely don't want to put a whole bunch of them out there, bro. That's the integrity. You don't want to do that. You're doing that research yourself. When somebody buys a dog from you, it's because you did years and years of research with those dogs. That's why they demand more than $500, right? Because it's been research that I've done, and these dogs typically don't come with these type of disabilities and shit, and bad traits. We've did our research, no matter how much it cost us, bumping our head, and then we figured it out to where we can produce sound animals. And yes, that's gonna cost you. Black Rock Mountain. I'm trying to say, man. As a matter of fact, we might try to slap this the litter mate to Iceman back to that dog that I had up there. I think that'll be cold. This one right here. Probably throw the litter mate to Iceman. I'm just thinking out loud. Thinking out loud. That'll be hard. Iceman brings a nice macho buck presence. These dogs, there's a lot of macho buck in here. There's a lot of macho buck in there, both sound animals, they've been proven not to throw dogs that are undesirable. Well, this guy's never bred, but Iceman and his whole arsenal. This dog's never bred. Mafia has bred a lot of times. She has quite a few litters on the ground. So yeah, man, look. Let me see. We got to put the boy up there, that Michael Myers. We got to put that up there. What they say, talk about your own shit. Talk about your own shit. You always talking about their shit. You always talking about what they do. So when we talk about our shit, don't get mad. Just get glad. Just get glad, man. Get you some glad bags. Hey, man, smash that button. Smash that button. Integrity. One lie affects dozens of yards. One lie. You trying to keep it real. You done got this dog from somebody. He might be a good dog. Dude didn't give you the paperwork. Now you're trying to paper him under something else. You don't talk to him no more. He ain't gonna find out. That's not the way to do it. You can't cheat your way to the top. You won't last. Yep. Get in the building, man. Smash that button. What time my Chiefs play? I think they said 5. 520. 520. You know, fraud and pedigrees create a domino effect, man. Years and years of breeding decisions. These dudes trying to do that. You taking it back to the uncle and shit. That ain't even the uncle. You know, you're trying to add this. You're trying to go away from this and throw this in there, but really you going toward that. Faulty people that do faulty business should not be around the register. You don't put everybody around the register, man, in your store. You don't, man. Everybody's not trustworthy. He said, I never bred a lot. Once every 2 or 3 years when I need something. Back in the day, keep 97% of my pups. Yeah, that's great. Floyd Bujo didn't do that. You feel me? But hey, great. You feel me? Some people, I ain't gonna lie. I think I get a better excitement seeing somebody else successful with my dog than my actual success with that dog. Some people are just wired up different, you know. And that didn't always, it wasn't always like that. I can't say that it was always like that because, like I said, I went 17 years before I let one single pup go to the public, you know. So everybody has a slightly different journey. Some dudes just come straight out the gate and just sell pups before they even figure out what's a split heat. You know, they didn't even know that. They already selling pups and shit. Don't know what rickets is. Dudes running around a cage. I saw a cage full of puppies. All of them had rickets, bro. He trying to sell the fuck out them dogs. Like, come on, bro. That'll let you know that you're not ready, man. You don't know if your dogs are even up to the standard of all the shit that's floating around. You know, but I'm gonna tell you, I get a kick out of giving somebody some shit and they be like, damn, man, this motherfucker he's the truth. And then you look at what you paid for it, and it's not even comparable. That's what I enjoy doing. Every breeder's different. Some breeders don't even think about it like that. Right? It ain't everybody's calling to be a breeder. Sometimes, you know, that's just not your thing. It ain't your thing, man. You're not going to be attracted to a certain amount of dogs, a certain type of dog, and it's just going to create, you know, like that's not that easy to do, man. Having all the right dogs on the right yard so that you can mix the ingredients as you please. That's not that easy, bro. It's easy to get carried away. It's easy to just be out there shooting blanks getting carried away. Talking about percentages and shit. People talking about percentages. You wouldn't have to be talking about percentages if somebody's didn't have low percentages. We wouldn't be talking about percentages if people didn't have low percentages. You feel me? You know? So, hey man, we just trying to do the right thing, promote good people. We joke around, we do, we do all of this, but my kids don't cuss out their parents and shit. They don't, we still run by respect. We're still raising gentlemen. Before the dogs. We get to the dogs, but we're raising somebody that's going to be able to run a household. Don't have nobody going down no rabbit holes with your lies and your paperwork lies. Breeding is strategy. How am I gonna make a strategic move if you lying? Right? And when you get your dogs, this should be the only thing that you run by. This should be the only fuel that you run by. Keeping the integrity of the line, doing your research, checking up on that. Hey man, let me check and see anybody else know about these dogs too. Is this the type of guy that would do some shit like that? Desperation type of dude? That haven't built nothing? Or you just trying to build off of me? That's why these dudes is mad. Them $500 pup, they mad. They're not building shit. Go put your years in, man. Go put a dime in. Give us a dime. Build yourself up. Do something in your life that you know takes you out of your element. Do something that's out of the ordinary, man. Don't just run in here trying to slang pups and faking paperwork and shit. Man, salute all my guys, man. Everybody. Everybody. Because that's what it's about, man. What it's about. The integrity of these pink runts. Smash that like button. Get that magazine if you haven't already. If you haven't already, I just mailed off a bunch of them. Tap in, snatch that volume 2. Snatch that volume 2 up. All the links in the bio. You need any information on how to get the magazine, any information, all the links are in the bio. And you can tap in right here. Bulldog Sunday. Happy Bulldog Sunday, everybody. I know there's other streams on or, coming on or, there's some streams that already came on. Sunday's always lit. Don't go too far out there, man, with these dogs, man. You don't need to be everywhere, man. Find you a good group of guys that you could share ideas with, man. That's how you do it. Everything else, social media, you just keep it what it is, man. Keep that shit what it is, man. You're solid dudes that is solid. Those are the guys that you stick with, bro. And if you got a chef in the crew, you guys got to get behind him. He's the one that could chef it up. Let him share some of those ideas. Let him, use that risk. Play your role. Preserve some of those Picassos that he's putting together. Put yourself in a position that you could have a bunch of that shit. Don't be around greatness and not take advantage of greatness. You're seeing greatness. They're doing greatness. They're doing legendary shit right in front of you. You don't want to support him because you know him. I'm not like one of these stuck up ass kennels that don't, not transparent, not, I might be a little too much transparency for a kennel. You know what it is. You know what it is, man. Tap in. Tap in, man. We'll see y'all on the back streets. I'm out of here.
In the booth like I smoke weed, still I don't smoke weed no more though. I had to get that shit up, man. Like I sip drink, I don't sip drink no more, man. I get that shit up, man. Shit real, man. I had to get that shit up. Shit was going through my head on the so much going through my head, don't know just what I'm on. I'm sleeping in the car, I'm hardly ever home. I'm picking up my phone, I can't miss a sip, I can't miss no money, man, I'm gone. She think I'm cheating on, but that ain't what I'm on. I'm racing to that paper, gotta get my own. Only been home for 2 months, why they asking for loans? Steady throwing up the 6, how much I missed the song. STL, that's my home, I don't know what's wrong. The city up in flames, they steady throwing stones. Can't even chill at home, can't even be at home. I was on that one way in that car, they try to get me gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. So much smoke off in the air, feel like I'm around Cheech and Chong. I be out the way, see catching plays, I stay off in the zone. My geek told me meet up by mailbox, I'm dropping off a load. When we speak, I don't say too much, we just talking code. Something like a point guard, pull up, I just give and go. I don't need you with my dough, Hundo, I'm up with my know I get it gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone. Watch out for them boys around you, don't wanna see you on. Watch out for them people around you, they wanna see you gone.
One eternity later.